talented fighters. Undefeated fighters.
Yeah, Eduardo Garcia, who's 9-0. Luis Acosta was 12-1. Diego Eligio was 16-3. Those were his 3 losses as a pro. 2 of them were stoppages.
Yeah.
And we'll see how Charlie Sheehy. We mentioned that he's trained 7 fights under Javier Centeno, but only 3 as his lead trainer.
I want y'all to pay attention to something. Pay attention to Sauceda, his head movement. Side to side from too far of a distance. Watch how Sheehy times him with his jab. He's gonna time that rhythm, back and forth, back and forth. The same sequence back and forth. So easy to figure out. Let's see if Sheehy figures it out.
He did earlier. Nice jab.
It's gonna be a jab and a right hand over the top.
Sauceda tries to switch it up with a leaping left hook, and there's that 1-2
there we
from
go.
Charlie Sheehy.
1-2. See, it's good to move your head, but when you have a constant rhythm like that, you become too predictable. Sitting outside mid-range to outside, moving your head. And every time Sheehy steps in and steps on that front foot, he's going to be able to land on that jab from mid-range.
Nice right.
Nice
straight
inner,
right.
Yep.
That was a lead right from Sauceda, as Sheehy was a little indecisive as to where he was going to go.
And he was able, and Sauceda was able to disguise it with that movement. So with that movement, yeah, it's pretty good. You see Canelo moving his head like that every now and then. However, you're able to disguise and hide your punches as well. You can throw off that movement.
That Sheehy's got a 3.5-inch reach advantage, and he's really good behind that jab. Excellent amateur career. 4-time national champion, 3-time national Golden Gloves champion. Had 175 amateur bouts, 150 were victories. Nice right uppercut from Sheehy.
That was nice. Well placed. He knew exactly where Sauceda was going to dip low, and he shot that uppercut right underneath. Timed it perfectly.
Sauceda had an 8-week camp for this fight. Said he prepared well.
See, Sauceda's attacking when Sheehy thinks he's at a safe distance, and he gets a little chillaxed on his defense. Sheehy has to stay focused and stay turned on all the time, every moment, every second inside the ring, or he's going to get surprised with shots like that from Sauceda.
Sauceda's won 75% of his victories by knockout, so he's got power, and you see there the movement from Sheehy.
Great eyes, great defense right there from Sheehy.
Transitioning from offense to defense in that case.
But I like the fact he didn't pull straight back to get away from those shots. He rolled underneath. It's a new facet, a new add to his game. It's great. Part outside, moving his head. So you make that slip or make that definitive move, one definitive move, and then try to close the distance on Sheehy.
And Charlie Sheehy told us, look, I feel like I'm getting a lot more comfortable in close range. I'm not jumping out, trying to avoid all contact. I can catch and pop and not worry about not getting touched at all. And Sauceda says, let me touch you with that overhand right.
Look, I respect the uppercut. It's a punch that's underused in boxing. However, when you do it at the wrong time and the wrong distance, that's what happens. Sheehy right there got away a little bit unscathed. He got touched, but it wasn't a hard shot that landed on him. But man, he was in a bad position to eat a right hand from Sauceda. Sauceda now throwing his own face of his own. So is Sheehy. You know, a nice change up in pace and tempo with the combinations as well by Sheehy. Not just shooting the jab out there, throwing combinations, which was good.
Yeah, against a guy like Sauceda, who is a dangerous puncher, you can't be predictable, because if you were talking about Sheehy timing Sauceda, Sauceda times Sheehy, that could be disastrous too.
Absolutely. Any mistake is dangerous, especially in the ring against a puncher. You have to limit your mistakes. You got to be technically and tactically sound. And right now, that's what you're seeing. Good boxing right here from Sheehy. Using his legs to disengage, change directions, stepped in, the smart thing to do, step in, body up, tie up, and then get back outside.
Tim, a lot of times, young prospects on the upswing like Charlie Sheehy will tell you, I need a guy to pose some danger in front of me for me to focus. And you see the focus in Sheehy during these first 5 minutes of this fight. He knows he can't make mistakes.
Yeah, the focus, and he felt the power, and he is focused, but at the same time, Sheehy is naturally a counterpuncher. So you saw those little throwaway jabs. He's trying to get something. He's bait, as bait, he's using it to be able to get Sauceda to throw something so he can counter.
There's that 1-2. Sauceda throws simultaneously with Sheehy. There's that right, beautifully timed from Charlie Sheehy.
It grazed him. It wasn't hard. It wasn't right on that chin. It kind of grazed him a little bit. But man, I'm telling you, it was short, tight, compact. And the most beautiful thing about what you saw with that right hand is that Sheehy got his head off the line when he threw that right hand, which is another veteran thing to do.
And that uppercut was thrown from just the right range as he was able to connect on Sauceda, who nonetheless continues to press forward, trying to close this gap on Sheehy. One of the reasons Teofimo Lopez decided to return to boxing was his hope to pave it forward to the younger generation and show them everything he's learned to get him to where he was scheduled 8-round fight. Charlie Sheehy in the white trunks and that stiff jab against Abdel Sauceda from Monterrey, Mexico.
That makes the fight easy. When you have a really good lead hand, longest weapon to the target, when you use it at the right distance, the right time, it's a great tool to just control, break the rhythm of your opponent, and set up your offense.
Sauceda's starting to get a little bit desperate here, Tim. You see him opening up a lot wider than he was earlier on in the fight, trying to find Sheehy.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to change the tide. I mean, the tide has not been in his favor, and he's trying to press forward. All he knows is one way, which is to come forward. But he's going to have to throw more punches. Nice little roll right there from Sauceda.
Nice 1-2 from Charlie Sheehy. Now the 2-1, leading with the right, and then continuing the combination with a straight jab, which has been his best punch tonight. Nice body work from Charlie Sheehy. Sauceda with an answer.
If I'm in Sauceda's corner and I'm telling them, I want you to punch where you think he's going to go. I want you to force. That's how I want you to set him up. I want you to act like you're going to go one way and then go the opposite way. Make him move that direction and meet him with a punch. And the punch of choice is the right hand.
He's got a new trainer for this fight in Marco Nájera. Sauceda does. So they've been working on new things in the gym. Nice body shot from Sheehy. Sauceda committed, and Sheehy caught him with a nice shot to the solar plexus.
Well placed shot. You see right there, beautiful defense. Nice little pivot from Sheehy. Seeing a small nuances to his game now. He's definitely getting comfortable inside the pocket and being able to operate at mid-range. Great jab.
Stick. Wow. A head-snapping jab, and then again.
Very small cut underneath the right eye, blue corner punch.
You see the excellent call out from Raul Caiz Jr. saying Sauceda was cut from a punch, a jab.
And another thing, if I was in Sauceda's corner, I would let him know as let your combinations go, son. And start at the body and then go to the head. But you're throwing a single shot. Every single shot you're getting countered with. So if you throw him in combinations, now he has to choose which shot he's going to counter. And you might be able to land on him.
Sheehy is longer and he is quicker, and he's got great timing, showing it so far.
Yes. However, look at the jab of Sheehy. I mean, he's throwing it from different angles. That was an inside slip jab right there. Beautiful extension with that jab on the outside. I mean, know how to understand how to try to take away that jab. And how you take away the jab, you see that? Just bending over his front leg right there. Just a little bit. That's all it takes. You get past your center line, man, boom, uppercut. Expect one to come.
A nice left uppercut there that Charlie Sheehy timed perfectly.
So you can slip outside to counter a jab with your right hand. You also can dip underneath the jab to counter that. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. You can parry a jab. You can use an up parry. I mean, so many things, and it just
Tim,
Sauceda doesn't have an answer how to block a jab. But there's no clue.
You said that he'd be begging for left hooks and uppercuts. I think he'd rather get hit by the jab.
No.
I mean, Sheehy has a stiff jab, but those uppercuts are vicious.
Yeah, they're vicious, and they're sneaky punches. And again, it's a very underused punch in boxing, the uppercut. You know, I would say Eddie Futch was one of the ones that loved the right uppercut. Oh, that shot hurt him.
Right from
there it is. That shot hurt him. Let's see how he reacts, what he's going to do right now.
He's got 8 knockouts and 12 wins. We talked about the danger that Sauceda poses to the undefeated Sheehy, and here you're seeing it in the 4th round.
So you make one mistake with a puncher, and all it takes is one to turn the tide in the fight.
That was an excellent opportunity for Sauceda to turn the tide. That's what he was trying to do since the last round.
Absolutely, and you see how enthusiastic he is now. He's trying to get to Sheehy, pressing forward, got a little bit more aggressive, some adrenaline he was able to get off of that punch landed. But then there's that jab from Sheehy. Sheehy seems to have it together. I like what I'm seeing.
The puncher feeds off of those shots that land, but there's one way to stop that adrenaline from pumping, and that's that jab that has been so efficient for Sheehy. Sets up that overhand right. The angle to move away, Tim, set that up.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, great setup right there. Not only is he setting them up with the jab, Sheehy, he's setting them up with his movement as well. He went one way, turned back, adjusted, pivoted, and fired.
Those angles, I mean, he's just using his legs so well here in the fourth round.
Right hand.
Once Sauceda takes a beat, boom, Sheehy lands an overhand right.
Yeah, punchers typically need their feet to be planted still to be able to deliver their shots. That's their technique. That's the way they've been taught. That's the reason why they hit so dang hard, is because of their technique and having their feet planted to the ground. I'm telling you, when you move on a puncher like this, it makes it easy. It makes it hard for them to be able to, you know, this is a huge step up with 11 professional fights, man. He's fighting a two-time or two-division world champion, a guy that's been in there with everybody. You know, this is dangerous right now in his career. Now, if he passed the test, he gonna look smart. He gonna say, I am that guy. But if he doesn't, he gonna look real silly.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the record of Pedraza, yes, there's 5 losses, but they're to Gervonta Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, Zepeda, Ramirez, Barboza, all top-level operators, and we'll see tonight if Keyshawn Davis is on that level.
But he needs to look good, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, his last, you know, it's an entertainment business, baby. You know, yes, it's a sport, but at the same time, it's entertainment. You know, his last couple of performances have been somewhat dull, I would say. However, tonight on the big stage, I think the lights are set, the stage is set for him in his brightest moment to deliver something spectacular tonight for his fans and for his career.
You know who's delivering tonight?
Who?
Charlie Sheehy.
Oh, yeah.
He's delivering pain behind the jab and power with that overhand right and those beautiful uppercuts as being able to connect on Sauceda, who's still game, who's still dangerous, who's still in his grill. But how do you erase an opponent's smile? With that stiff jab.
Stiff jab. And he's going to win a lot of matches like that. Again, using that stick, using movement right now, faking like he's going to go out or go left or go right, then swinging back right again. You see him go left right there, then he goes right. Nice little dip underneath there. However, the speed difference as well, you got to think about that too. And when you have a speed difference and as the fight continues and goes on, your opponent tends to slow down even more, and you got the quicker hands. So now, the mistakes that they're making, you having the faster hands, you have an advantage over your opponent when you have faster hands.
Sauceda able to land to the body of Charlie Sheehy, and when you've got a mover, that's the place where you have to focus your power on it. It's just too few and far between for Sauceda, who's just being overmatched by the speed and boxing skill of Sheehy here through 5.
Sauceda got a punch with Sheehy. Moving his head side to side, I get it. That he, you know, that's the way he enters. But again, Sheehy just timing that movement. He knows exactly when he's going to attack, and he's just exploiting those openings as he's coming forward. Look, dude, too easy.
Gone.
I mean, what is he shooting for the head for? I mean, go to the body, son. You know, that's boxing one-on-one. When you can't hit the head, you gotta hit the body. It's the biggest target in
combination there from Sheehy. Vicious left hook to punctuate what started with a jab.
10 seconds, 10 segundos. Para la campana.
Nice straight right from Charlie Sheehy.
Yeah.
5 rounds in the book.
Good rounds right here. Great, valuable.
And he's got Mike Basil in that corner doing work.
Yeah. See what the corner of Sheehy is looking for. He's looking for him to use that lateral movement, and he's looking for him to springboard his punches. So if he moves right and he plants and he comes back left, he can throw the right hand right across, and vice versa. you can generate a ton of power moving laterally and then springing off that back foot.
Like you did there.
And coming, yep, and coming with a right hand, with all your momentum into your punches.
And you see Sheehy stepping into his shots here in the 6th round. Sauceda trying to land, and he does with the long jab, but he needs to do something different here if he's gonna turn the tide of what has been a one-sided fight in favor of Charlie Sheehy. And it's all behind that shot, that left hand that, Tim, he does it to perfection. He throws it in so many ways.
Yeah, up jabs. Oh, good shot right there.
Stop. Box.
And he's been able to punctuate those combinations at the end with power as well. Charlie Sheehy sets up that overhand right.
Let him go. Let him go, Charles.
There's that body work from
Don't hit
Sauceda.
behind the head. Let him go when I tell you to. Here we go. Box.
You're talking about the will and toughness of Sauceda. He's taking some big punches tonight, and he's still coming forward. Still trying to win this fight.
Main Ortiz is going to need will and toughness in tonight's main event on ESPN. We move over to the network at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific from Las Vegas, with Keyshawn Davis taking on Jose Pedraza in the co-main event of the evening.
It's time right now. It's time right now for Sauceda to turn it up. It's time. I'm starting to see Sheehy fade a little bit. Little lack of concentration right now. Doesn't have it all together. You know, having a hard time finding this time and rhythm at the moment. You as a fighter, you notice that. I mean, Sauceda's been in there with some great fighters, but if he was to turn it up right now, it's the perfect time to start landing on Sheehy. Sheehy looks a bit fatigued. You can see it in his movement. He's not as sharp as he was in the last round.
Box.
Sauceda needs to let more than one punch go. More than one punch go if he's going to have a chance to land something
10 seconds. Stop at the bell. 10 segundos.
that will
Para la
hurt
campana.
Sheehy.
He's allowing, ooh, that was a straight right from Sheehy.
And look, it's hard to go against Pat Mahomes. I get it. I understand. But I want the 49ers to get it.
Stop.
I want them to win.
I want them to win too because my daughter's a 49ers fan.
There you go. There you go.
Go, Sammy.
Got to represent California. Yay.
She had a choice, Super Bowl tickets or tuition. She took the tuition.
Yeah. Smart gal.
No le pega detrás de la cabeza.
Oh, look at Sheehy now, looking for the changeup now. He led with a lead left hook, trying to disguise it like it was going to be a jab. He was just off the mark. Sauceda saw the punch coming.
How tough is Sauceda too? I mean, he's taking some clean shots from Charlie Sheehy, who's got 5 knockouts and 8 wins. So
Sheehy's not the biggest puncher.
yeah.
If he times you just perfectly on the money with a shot, a surprising shot, he can hurt you. He has respectable punching power. However, he's not a big puncher.
There's
Ooh, nice shot.
Counter right from Sheehy.
But then he stops. There we go. Now that's the fight. That's the build on your work. That's the follow-up shots that I was looking for from Sheehy.
Oh, he feinted himself into a horrible position, and Sauceda landed a clean right.
That's what happens.
You know, earlier we talked about Sauceda got caught in an awkward spot. That's exactly what happened to Charlie Sheehy there. Nice body work from Sauceda, who now has a little bit of adrenaline pumping through his veins.
Yeah, but he ain't landing nothing.
I know.
He ain't landing. Yeah, he's
trying.
He's trying, but he ain't landing nothing. Sheehy's staying nice and tight, hiding behind his shield, taking some of those on the arm. Comfortable, not running, staying close. The safest place is actually when you go back to the corner, but however, the safest place is actually on the inside. All the way on the inside is the safest place.
That's enough, guys.
Well, I've seen some fighters get slapped in the corner like Tito Trinidad. His dad
Or you
used
can
to
be
slap
all
him
the
in
way
corner.
out as well. You can be completely away from your opponent.
Yeah, but that's boring.
Yeah, it sure is. Sure is boring.
Sheehy hasn't been boring tonight in against Sauceda. He's really used his legs. He's He's used his lateral movement and more than anything that jab, which has really been key.
The only thing he's missing is the knockout. I mean, he's hit Sauceda with some vicious punches to the head and also to the body, uppercuts, right hands, occasional left hooks, but he still hasn't been able to figure out
10
how
seconds,
to
stop at the
stop
bell. 10
Sauceda.
segundos para la campana.
Gets with it. So he took some of the steam off that punch at the same time.
But he put himself in a bad position.
Yeah, I mean, he thought the shot was there.
Yeah.
And that happens sometimes. And he took the shot well. No, we can misjudge in there as well, man.
Hey.
I mean, it happens.
Hands are free. Let him go, Charlie. Let him go. Saca
I'm
tu
just
mano.
saying,
Let
when
him
it
go, Charlie.
happens, it's
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
And Sauceda caught it immediately. Nice body shot.
Good
from
body
Sheehy.
shots.
And now
Good
Sauceda
body
coming
shots.
up with the same.
Great body shots. See, you see what the body shots do. Makes a fighter uncomfortable. Good combinations coming back. Good back and forth action this round. But that's what body shots do. Make a fighter uncomfortable. Nobody likes to get hit down to the kitchen, man. Nobody.
Absolutely not.
Even when those punches are landing on your arms, you know, it's wearing on you. Ooh, what a shot. See, shots like that is usually guys that get hit with that with Sheehy, they usually wobble.
Yeah.
But that shows you that chin of Sauceda.
He says tough as they come. Nice body work there from Sheehy once again. Minus the knockout, which hasn't come. I mean, this has been a very solid performance from Charlie Sheehy.
Yes, it has. Seen a little bit of everything. Inside work, mid-range, beautiful outside work. Look at how he tucked in that Philly shell, bringing that right hand home to be able to block away from the headbutts or the left hand of Sauceda. But see those combinations right there. See that a little bit too much. Too much air. No, just a little bit too much air on those combinations for me. Ooh, what a shot. Step
waited
back
on it.
counter.
He just set him up for that
Good
shot.
shot as well.
And Sauceda's, you know, not only is he catching shots, he's landing a few of his own.
Box.
Imagine if Sheehy can punch. I used to say that to myself. I said, man, imagine if I could punch. Those counters I'll be landing, if I can punch, man, these guys will be falling.
I said that about you.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, for real, man.
I mean, but look at what you were able to do. You forged a great career for yourself.
But
I
I'm
mean,
just saying, man.
you got to
like,
fight to your strengths, right?
You do. You do. And I used to land some vicious counters on guys, but man, I just wish they would fall. Please fall.
All your
Help
strength,
me out.
all your strength went to putting six-pack abs on top of six-pack abs.
Yeah, my technique wasn't the greatest. And again, punchers are born, people. They are born.
If I put a can right here, can you punch through it? Or you bounce right off the soda can? All right, we went the full 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Charles, a shutout win for Charlie Sheehy. Next week, O'Shaquie Foster takes on Abraham Nova at the MSG Theater in New York. But the man opening the show is with him right now, Shushu Carrington. Mark Kriegel, take it away.
That's right. I'm here with as good a young fighter. I don't know.